Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. My name is Tony Grillo, and I hope you all had a great Christmas. I know I did. I'll probably maybe share some of my Christmas stuff in another video, but I wanted to share this with all of you. My girlfriend got a letter stuck on the door of her apartment from a secret admirer. And this is what the card said. It says, to the sexiest woman in a pair of slacks, wishing you plenty of warmth and wonder this Christmas. Merry Christmas, your secret admirer. So I was a little bit disappointed by this card because, I thought if I'm going to have some competition, I kind of wish this gentleman here would have come up with something a little better. I mean, especially in this day with a smartphone and Google, to the sexiest woman in a pair of slacks. Okay, first of all, I don't think anybody really uses the word slacks anymore. I don't know. That kind of tells me this person might be like outdated. I mean, that's like, saying, watch your caboose. I don't think people use those kinds of words anymore. I mean, probably young people don't even know what that caboose even is. A caboose is like the last car on a train, but I don't think most trains nowadays don't even have cabooses anymore. But it's also slang back from, I don't know, the 30s for meaning butt, So I was sort of disappointed that I would have thought, God, if I was this guy, I would have tried a little bit harder. I would have tried to come up with some kind of words, or maybe, write something from my heart, something that just, if you're really going to pour out your love to a woman, then put it all out there, and that way, if you get rejected, at least you could say, hey, I tried. So I went on Google, tried to find the best love phrases that I could find, and I mean, because, why not? I mean, if you're going to do something, look at all the classics, look at all the best people that have written love stuff. And so this was one by, Scott Fitzgerald, I'm sorry. It says, you have a place in my heart no one else ever could have. Now that's pretty good. That would be a heck of a lot better than you look good in slacks. This is my favorite right here. I love this one. I told my girlfriend, if I was that guy and I left that card on your door, this is the one I would write. If I had to do life all over again, I would find you sooner so I could love you longer. Here's another one like this. I feel like everything in my life has led me to you. My choices, my heartbreaks, my regrets, everything. And when we're together, my past seems worth it. Because if I had done one thing differently, I might never have met you. Now, I suppose, if you're like living like you're like a neighbor of some really hot girl, I don't know if that would work or not. This one right here. But maybe he could add a line in there that says, and that's why I love being your next door neighbor. Once in a while, in the middle of an ordinary life, love gives us a fairy tale. That's not bad, actually. I don't know how you ladies would like something like this. I kind of like it, though. Love gives us a fairy tale once in a minute. Because I'm sure this gentleman here probably, he's probably, towards the end of his years, and maybe right now life has been pretty ordinary, but all of a sudden this girl moves in next door, and now love has given him a fairy tale. I don't know. All right, let's hear what else we got. Let's see what else we got. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you simply without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving but this, in which there is no I or you, so intimate that your hand upon my chest is my hand, so intimate that when I fall asleep, your eyes close. Now, I kind of yelled that out loud, so I kind of probably sounded like a raving crazy ass person, but I'm sure if I would have read that with my loving voice, my wonderful lovey-dovey voice that I can use, on my girlfriend, yeah, maybe that might have worked. I don't know. It's kind of long though, and and maybe he can't write because he's getting up there in age, and so maybe he can't. Maybe it took him like an hour to write. You look really good in slacks, but damn it, if you're gonna go after a woman, and especially if she's got another guy and you want to woo her away from another guy, you got to come up with something a little bit better than the slacks line. At least, I don't know, say it in Spanish, because my lady's Guatemalan. Say, muy bueno pantalones. I don't know how they say it in Spanish, but all right, here we go. John Lennon, John Lennon, there you go. Use John Lennon. Love is like a precious plant. You can't just accept it and leave it in the cupboard, or just think it's going to get on by itself. You got to keep on watering it. You've got to really look after it and nurture it. And then maybe he could add a line like says, I really want to water your plant. I don't know. That maybe doesn't sound so good. That kind of sounds kind of sexual. That might not be a good last line. But I'm sure, he could maybe come up with something and work it a little bit and make it his, and maybe forget that last line I said. All right, here we go. This is Song of Solomon's. You can't go wrong with something, Song of Solomon's. I mean, Solomon was a guy who had, 900 wives, and he also, had a thing with the Queen of Sheba. I mean, he answered all her riddles, and she would never sleep with a man that was, unless he was smarter than she was, and Solomon wound up being wiser than he when he answered all her riddles. And so anyways, and then the story is that he had a son with the Queen of Sheba, and she took his son back with them, back to her land, and he may have even taken the Ark of the Covenant with him, and there's some speculation that maybe the Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia. I don't know where Indiana Jones found it. I'm not sure. But all right, here we go. I'm also wandering off in different directions. I have to stay focused. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. I choose you, and I'll choose you over and over and over without pause, without a doubt. In a heartbeat, I'll keep choosing you. That's pretty good. I'll keep choosing you, I personally like the one I love you like I love pizza. No, maybe not. That's probably not a good one. Skip that one. All right, here, let's go to the next one. Mother Teresa. Oh, wow. Mother Teresa. She was all about love. Her whole life was about love. So let's hear what she has to say. Spread love wherever you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. So, yeah, you could use Mother Teresa's line in there, and he could maybe say, I just love the way you spread love wherever you go. And you always leave. Oh, you never go without leaving everyone happier. I don't know. You could say something like that, rework the phrasing, and you can make it your own, kind of, so you're not actually like, committing perjury, or not perjury, committing, what is it they call when you copy somebody else's words, word for word. I can't believe I forgot that one. All right, here we go. Let's see what this one says. This is by Captain Corelli's Mandolin, which I have no idea who that is. But I kind of like what he has to say there, so I maybe might have to Google whoever this Captain Corelli Mandolin is, find out the history behind this guy. But here we go. Let's read this. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathless. It is not excitement. It is not the promulgation of eternal passion. I'll have to look that word up. Maybe that'll be my word for the day, because I try to learn a new word every day. So it is not the promulgation of eternal passion. I love eternal passion. That's a great line right there. See, he could write eternal passion, and that would just make his, instead of slacks, if he just wrote eternal passion in there, that would make, something so much better. That is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground. Oh, I like that. Yeah, those that truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground. Well, that is a really neat visual right there. That is awesome. Because can you imagine, you're like you're a blossoming tree, and then the next tree next to you is blossoming. Your roots go underneath, and they touch each other and entwine with each other, and then you become two beautiful trees. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree and not two. So yeah, so basically you grow. I don't know how that happens. How do you grow into one tree and not two? But I suppose, okay. Well, I don't totally understand that. But all right, let's go to the next one. Edith Wharton says, each time you happen to me all over again. Oh, that's kind of catchy. And if you're getting older in age and you can't write a whole lot of words, that's kind of clever and short. You could probably get that down real quick. Each time you happen to me all over again. All right, let's go with this one. Hafia. This Hafia, I've seen other quotes. Sometimes on Facebook, some of you ladies will quote him on your Facebook posts. But, okay, here we go. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Look, what happens with a love like that? It lights the whole sky. And you light my entire world. I mean, he could add that line in there to make it more personal to her, and man, you know what? I might not have a girlfriend anymore, I don't know. All right, here we go. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. Okay, I'm a little lost with this one. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. Okay, well, that one's a little confusing to me. I don't know. I'm having a little problem understanding that one. All right, here we go. He's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now that I've been dating Elizabeth, I'm learning to really enjoy salsa sauce. Although I still will not put ketchup on my eggs. She really loves ketchup on her eggs. It's really weird. I cannot eat ketchup on my eggs. No way. All right, here we go. I love you much, most beautiful darling, more than anyone on earth, and I like you better more than everything in the sky. Yeah, they like to talk about earth and sky stuff. That's a heck of a lot better than talking about slacks. This poor guy, he really, yeah, I was actually disappointed. I wanted, if I'm going to have competition for my girlfriend's affections, I wanted him to put out a better effort than what he did. Okay, here we go. Why? Sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. And finding love with you was number 7. You could add a line in there and make it really good. Okay, let's go to the next one. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day so I never have to live without you. Winnie the Pooh. See, even Pooh Bear can come up with something great, about love. And he don't mention anything about slacks. But then Pooh Bear doesn't wear slacks. And I don't know if anyone in the 100-acre forest wears slacks. No, Tigger doesn't wear slacks. No, he doesn't. Eeyore don't wear slacks. Piglet, nope, he don't wear slacks. The owl, nope, he don't wear slacks. I can't remember any other characters on Winnie the Pooh. Okay, let's go on. I love everything that's old. Old friends, old times, old manners, old books, old wines. And I love you. That might not work, because then what you're saying is you're kind of calling her old. And then you're kind of making yourself old. So, I don't know. That one, I have to scratch that one. Okay, here we go. We don't stop playing because we grow old. I think we're on the old phrases. Where did I jump off on the love phrases? All right, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. And then he could add a line like saying, so let's start playing. Let's play doctor. No, that's actually kind of, yeah, that's too cheeky, right? Is that how the British say it? Cheeky? Yeah, okay. Let's move on. I see you everywhere, in the stars, in the river. To me, you're everything that exists. The reality of everything. Okay, that is actually really good. Virginia Woolf. I see you everywhere, in the stars, in the river. It's almost kind of psychotic a little bit too, though. To me, you're everything that exists. The reality of everything. But, she must have really been in love with somebody to write something like that. Okay. Maybe I can't stop the downpour, but I will always be by your side in the rain. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's love right there. That's love. That's better than, I want to, you look great in slacks. All right, and this is the final one. I actually did like this one. Here we go. I didn't fall in love with you. I walked into love with you with my eyes wide open, choosing to take every step along the way. I do believe in fate and destiny, but I also believe we are only fated to do the things that we choose anyway, and I choose you. In 100 lifetimes, in 100 worlds, in any version of reality, I'll find you, and I'd choose you. Now that is a great quote. There you go. That's pretty good. Now, I don't know. Would that work if you were to put that on a card and stick it on somebody's door and say your secret admirer? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's better than slacks. I mean, like I said, if you're gonna try to win a woman's heart, then you go all out. Don't go, love. You don't go. Here's one of my phrases. This is one of my phrases. You never love someone half-ass. And that's my phrase. That's Tony Grillo's phrase right there. Never love someone half-ass. Okay? You give it everything you got. And then if you go down, at least you tried. You gave it your best shot. And there are no regrets. You'll never sit there and go, God, I wish I would have done this or done that or whatever. Maybe said this. No. Give it your all. And love with everything you got, All right, well, that's all I have for you, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day full of love. Wisconsin hugs.